the match was completed that started since Saturday. I'm talking about the game between Nimba County and Grangeda County in the quarterfinals of the National County Sports Meet. It was a very tense and controversial moment at the end of the game, which we shall be telling you more about. Who are those that are now in the semifinals of the National County Sports Meet? We will tell you about them, and some of them will be our guests or panelists tonight to discuss issues relative to the semifinals and what they are going to do to get through to the grand finals on Sunday, the 5th of May. We'll also be speaking with the Deputy Minister of Sports at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Deputy Minister Andy Kwame. He will be telling us, giving us an overview of the entire National County Sports Meet up from the beginning up to this particular stage where we are right now, talking about the completion of the quarterfinals and the beginning of the semifinals, which will be played during this week, midweek. And he will tell us more details about that as well. So wherever you are, welcome. This broadcast is live on Channel 8, SATCOM Channel 8. We're also live on our Facebook field, that's Intel Sports, and this program is also being carried to you live on YouTube. So wherever you are, let's say a pleasant welcome. We'll take a very short break. When we come back, my name is Trojan. Sadly, it's sad for me because I will be alone here tonight presenting this edition of the program. And then when we come back, of course, we shall be introducing our guests or our guest panelists who will be joining us tonight alongside the minister. We'll take this break and be right back. Welcome back. The National County Sports Meet 2023-2024 edition has reached its semifinals. And of course, the 4 counties after today's happenings at the SKD Sports Complex are Nimba, who have now joined Lofa, and that will be the pairing in the semifinals. Lofa taking on Nimba County. That will be a mouth-watering encounter. A clash of the Titans in the National County Sports Meet. The other semi-final match will see, of course, Grand Bassa County taking on River G County, and those are the semi-finals lineup for the football category of the National County Sports Meet. Well, we started and we are here. We started from the counties. We came here to the capital for the quarterfinal matches. They have been played. Of course, today there was a very controversial moment there at the SKD Sports Complex, and we can report to you injuries as well as destruction of properties there at the SKD. What we witnessed today was tantamount to football hooliganism or vandalism, if you want to call it that. But of course, people got injured, including security officers and civilians as well. And of course, those damages, there will be cost attached to it, and then we will be told in subsequent details how much it will take the government of Liberia to repair the damages. But we have the Deputy Minister of Sports here with us, who is going to be giving us an overview of what has been happening since the kickoff to where we are today, and what are some of the things they're going to be putting in place to avoid some of what happened, of course, today at the SKD Sports Complex. Minister G. Andy Kwame, once again, you are becoming a regular on Sports Talk right here in Intel. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I know you're trying to smile for the cameras, but you're not a happy man after what happened today.
I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. A single person decision have caused damage of millions of dollars at the SKD. People got hurt. That one, I think my understanding that the police guard leg will be amputated because it was burst, and a few of the fans from Grand Jide or Nima got badly wounded and injured. And that situation would have been avoided had the referee been 100% okay with the match, but I think he was poor. There was no reason, probably he will explain it to the referee committee, but being a football person myself, I think the goal scored by Nigeria was fair and it was disallowed. That was the reason why we went to the situation where we are now at the SKD.
Okay. We will come back to that. We want to give our audience an opportunity themselves to see the goal, the disallowed goal, which at the end of the day, of course, the match ended 2-2, and in post-match penalty kick, Nima County triumphed over Grand County. But there was a situation that led to what happened today. All of the destructions, the injuries, and there is a report of someone on critical list. Let's see what happened. The audience themselves will be able to make their own judgment. So everything was okay up until that moment in the second half. It was 3 minutes left on the time when that goal came. And then referee Josephus Torgido signaled, from what we are gathering now, is that he sounded the whistle before the ball hit the back of the net. Whether or not there was an infringement that he saw, well, we've seen the replay over and over, and we're still awaiting the referee's report, but there is nothing we could see for any infringement that might have been called by referee Torgilo. However, he is the official, and so his thoughts are official as well. So, Minister, that was a moment that, of course, led to hell breaking loose at the end of the extra 30 minutes after penalty were kicked. But this issue about security as well. I mean, that was a game we all know Nima, Granjide play. Normally, it will be tension packed for various reasons. I mean, the security was just overwhelmed.
Yes, I think the mistake made by the security committee was because it said just 30 minutes. The citizens of Nima and the citizens of Grand Jida may not have gone to the stadium to watch the game, which was a mistake or a miscalculation on their part. Grand Jida and Nima, we know the history. And to not have deployed the proper manpower to restrain the citizens of Nima from Grand Jida, I think that was the error and that was the price we have paid. And a lot of people got injured. My understanding is that about 6 or 7% have been taken to hospital. And the police officer, I think, a foot got broken. Another lady, rock hit the head or something. She was bleeding profusely. Up to 10% maybe are in the hospital now, according to the report from the medical committee. And few, I think 2 or 3 are on critical list.
What does this say about us as Liberians relative to these kinds of situations? The referee's decision or his failure to call for something that everybody would say he should have allowed to stand and taking another decision, and the fans' reaction. What does this say about us as? Is it the passion? Is it the way? Is our reaction just normal?
No, it's not. It cannot be a normal thing. A Trojan, the way people in Liberia attach emotions to the country and to their counties is never heard of. People attach so much emotional situation to the game that they don't care what happened to the country image. They just want to destroy. But again, those things are caused by the poor officiating from our referees.
But Minister, referees are humans. They are prone to mistakes. And in other countries, we see that they put in place security measures because once those strict security measures are not in place, the reaction will be the same. People are deterred. They do not maybe go to the extent that the fans will go here in Liberia because of the restrictions and all of the measures that are put into place. But that's something, like you said, we overlook.
Yeah, which is true. But Trojan, Liberia is a strange country. After the game, in every country in the world, I mean, there will be one incident where fan will invade the field. But Liberia is every day. Every time we play, fans will always invade the field. Because probably they are not trained, or people just grew up by themselves in Liberia and they think that violence is the only answer, which is wrong. This is damaging our country. Look at the destruction today at the SKD. We have to spend more than 50,000 to 100,000 to repair all the things that were damaged today. We are damaging our own country. Everything was damaged today. Do we have the money to pay? No. Most of the people who are carrying on the vandalism, they are not from Nima or they are not from Grand Jide. Maybe some of them are from Nima or from Grand Jide. But it's wrong to damage your property because of that. We understand the referee made a mistake, and I don't want to call it a mistake. In my mind, it was a clear goal that he disallowed that anger Grand Jide.
So you think the referee's decision not to allow the goal was deliberate?
I don't want to say it was deliberate, but I don't
if
see
it wasn't
the
a mistake, then it was deliberate.
No, in my mind, it wasn't a mistake. That you just said he whistle went before the goal. So we were waiting for his report to ascertain as to why did he call before the goal was scored. Because in my mind, there was no foul. I've seen the video multiple times. I did not see any foul. In my mind, it was a clean goal. But again, that's my opinion. I'm not a referee.
Well, folks, let's just tell you that the dugout seats that were destroyed today at the SKD Sports Complex, those dugout seats, Liberia almost got banned. In fact, that was one of the criteria CAF set for us to play international game at the SKD Sports Complex, except those dugout seats were bought. And my understanding is that the government of Liberia, under the immediate past government, bought those seats and brought them from overseeing and spent over $35,000. So those seats have been destroyed. Meanwhile, Liberia plays its next
Not
international
just the
match.
dugout seat. More than 200 bucket seats were destroyed today.
Okay, and in the VIP segment, I personally saw some of the bucket seats being rooted out, and of course they were being thrown about on the field. So even in the VIP segment, seats were destroyed there. That's my understanding. Of course, so we go back to the county sports meet. Sir, we did see a communication from Bomi County as well, expressing their discontent on decisions taken. Was it Sunday? Yeah, yesterday in their match, of course, versus Lofa. So
Similar
Bomi
situation.
has complained. Where are we with that?
Well, we have sent
First of all, what does Bomi County say? What did they write you saying in their complaint?
Bomi County felt robbed, and they are rating the organizing committee for a replay. We have sent that communication to the relevant committee. We have also sent the videos to the referee committee to make a determination. And we are not on the referee committee. Trogon, you are aware that the referee is an organization hired to officiate those matches, and we don't play no part. We are not even aware as to who is assigned to officiate the match or who is coming to which match. We don't play any part. The Liberia Referee Association is an independent body. But unfortunately, they are officiating in this county meet this year. It's terrible. It has been really, really terrible.
This is not the first time Lofa County in this particular tournament. Of course, a referee has come under questioning in the preliminary rounds. Of course, a referee was banned or suspended from the rest of the competition in a match involving the same Lofa. We come here again. There's another complaint. I'm hearing Bomi is saying they're requesting a replay. So would that even happen? What would be? I know you don't want to put a cart before the horse, meaning you wouldn't want to come up with anything pending the investigation. You're talking about just a day to tomorrow is a day, the next day is a semifinal. So where are we with this?
Well, like I said, we have sent the communication to the relevant committee, and the referee committee also has been informed about those decisions. We have requested Intel Sports to give all the video and the recordings. We have sent it to the referee committee as well. We are waiting for their output. Tomorrow there will be a meeting between the Ministry of Youth and Sports National Steering Committee and the referee committee. They will also be meeting tomorrow to deliberate on those reports. I'm sure that the game between Grand Jida and Nima recording will also be sent to them, and they will have the hearing. And after that, maybe they will take a decision, and the country or the public will be made aware of those decisions.
Is it possible for a replay? Is it just possible? Recently, I want to give you a scenario. I think it's in Germany or one of those places. A team complained. No, it's not in. It's game in Belgium. A team complained that they were cheated. They felt cheated. They wrote for a replay. Of course, after viewing after viewing all of the video, the officials decided that the match should be replayed. When the appeal was made, and then the arbitration court decided the match should not be replayed. Barcelona recently complained against Real Madrid that they needed a replay. Of course, we all know that will not happen. So in Liberia, the other counties are calling for replay. Bomi County, for example, is calling for replay. Is that even possible by the slightest margin, even if the investigation proves that the referees blundered?
Unfortunately, I cannot sit here now to say yes, there's possibility of a replay, because I don't serve on that committee. The committee will make a determination, and the referee committee will also make a determination as to the gravity of the situation at hand. But we'll take it from there after that conversation with the referee committee tomorrow and their deliberation on those two incidents.
So the referees or the officials, I'm sure at the end of the day, might be punished.
Well, we're waiting for the report from the referee committee. Then wait and see what happens.
All right, we'll wait and see. But talking about the semi-final, let's look at what is going to be happening on Wednesday. Are we looking at the visibility problem at the stadium, which caused us to play the game, to end the game today between Nimmat and Grange Jide? Looking at the fixtures with Grange Jide, with Nimmat taking on Lofa, that's a huge fixture. Looking at the other semi-final match between Grand Bassa and River G. Before those matches, of course, there will be kickball matches, semi-final matches to come on as well. And we know the kickball matches do not have a specific time to end. They do have time to start, but they do not have any specific time to end. What are our plans? Not to, get into a similar situation with what happened on Saturday with Nimmat and Grange Jide.
Where the organizing committee, the National Organizing Committee of the National County Sports Meet, met 2 hours ago, I think less than 2 hours ago. And we have reached a decision, and that decision has been communicated to the 4 counties that there will be 1 game a day. So meaning that there will be the first semi-final will be on Wednesday, and the second semi-final will be on Thursday to avoid the situation we are going through right now, and to also play the third play match on Saturday and the finals on Sunday.
Oh, so
to avoid similar situation.
So from Wednesday up to Sunday, there will be 1 match each.
Yeah.
So who plays first?
Well, that is determination will be made tomorrow at the match coordination meeting. But maybe before tonight, we'll reach that decision. But realistically, there will be the first game, and there will be a second game.
So it means
that second game,
1 kickball match, 1 football match.
Yeah, per day.
Per day. Well,
to
folks,
avoid a similar situation. Because in the event there's an extra time, we want to have a cushion of good time to play, and afterwards we'll go into extra penalty kick.
All right, so folks, you heard it there. Previously, the semi-final matches were to come on Wednesday, where the 2 matches were supposed to be played. But now, due to the issue that we experienced on Saturday with poor visibility, which we're going to be asking him about more, there will be now just 1 match a day. They said 2 matches, but 1 kickball match and 1 football match, meaning Wednesday, tomorrow, we will get to know who plays first, whether it is Grand Bassa versus River G on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Lofa versus Nimmat. We will know by tomorrow, but just to inform you that 1 game per day, 1 game per day, instead of the 2 semi-final matches playing on the same day. Let's talk about the issue of the visibility. Everyone thought the SKD was renovated, and of course, we started playing international matches. We thought we could play night matches. It was a scene to behold on Saturday when only 1 floodlight was coming on, and the game had to be called off due to poor visibility. What is the problem? How come we've not addressed the issue of the floodlights at the SKD?
Trojan, the work at the SKD is ongoing. It has not been completed. I think we are going 70% of the work. We are yet to address the issue of the floodlight. What we have there now is 300 logs, and FIFA is asking for 1,200. We are in conversation. Last year, we had that money in the budget. Unfortunately, after the recast, we could not pay for that, but the contract was signed with Greenfield. Every procedure, every documentation was done for Greenfield to come and change our lives. Unfortunately, we could not do that. As a matter of fact, we met the Greenfield delegation today at the ministry. We were at the Capitol building today, lobbying with the Senate and the House Committee on the Joint Ways, Means, and Finance. We even met the Vice President as well, lobbying for the inclusion in the budget for the floodlight. So hopefully we will succeed because the vice president on the field on Saturday, he saw the embarrassment. And the only thing we can do now is to take the proper measures to make sure we correct them.
That will be done probably to get it in time, or should we say, will it be done before the next county meet kicks off?
I don't want to say that because I don't control the situation at the capital. But behind the scenes, yes, we are lobbying to make sure that it is done before December or even before September, our World Cup qualifiers.
So what's in the county meet? What's in it for the eventual winners?
Well, fortunately for all, Winners Betting Company has come up with 5 million. And they know the category. My understanding from their manager is 2 million goes to the winner, 1 million to the second place, and 500,000 to the third place. Then they have stipulation for kickball, MVP, higher goal scorer. I think MVP is 200,000. Higher goal scorer should be 200,000 or 100,000. Best goalkeeper 1. So they have the stipulation. I have to get the full detail from Winners.
So is it 5 million for the both category?
No,
keyboard, football.
The money provided for keyboard, because they don't bet on keyboard, is minimum. But we have the Insurance Company of Africa that will step in with some. They are stepping in with 500,000 Liberian dollar, and EcoBank is coming in with, I think, 1.5 million as well. So we will add these together to make sure we find the appropriate first place, second place, and third place winner for keyboard as well.
This suggestion, Minister, that the National Counting Sports Meet, various categories be turned over to various sporting associations and federations, if you may, to run. For example, LFA takes over the football category, basketball category is taken over by the Basketball Association, Kickball Federation takes over the kickball segment, the Athletic Federation takes over the track and field segment. Why is it so difficult to do? Why are you not doing so?
What do you mean, why is it so difficult? Have somebody requested that and it didn't happen?
We've been hearing requests.
Yeah, but hearing it does not mean it's a reality.
Oh,
but
so nobody has
let me just say this
requested.
first for you. The National Counting Sports Meet was established in 1957. It's a deliverable of the government of Liberia.
Okay.
I am not sure an autonomous agency who has no connection to government can run it, because this is a government situation. Like a few days ago, we were someone at the Capitol building. We used someone, the Basketball Federation president, to go, who has no link to the Senate, to go answer question there. With the Liberia Football Association, go answer question, or go to the Capitol building to answer question on the basis of what happened in the county meet. Right now, the situation that is going on, I'm sure that we will be someone at the Senate or at the House of Representatives Sports Committee to answer some question. Are you telling me that those people will be subjected to that? They will say, we are not honoring the jurisdiction of the government, so we cannot go there. It's an interference. Do they want that? Are they willing to accept that? If they are willing to accept that, we can sit down and have a conversation.
So in short,
so when things go wrong, they go there to the Capitol to answer questions. Now they will not say, we are not honoring the authority of the government, so it is government interference.
So
government, 100% county meet is government deliverable. We are subjected to the authorities of the government. If they are willing, fair enough, we can have and turn it over to all the federations to run it.
So in short, football, I mean, the county meet is a political tournament.
You know that for
and
a fact.
Course,
it's a political tournament.
These sporting federations are non-political, so no need for them to take over a political tournament.
They also play a part.
Or they will get involved in the political segment of it, and that will not augur well for them.
No, which is not good. But example, the football side of the tournament is run by the FA. Except that we are the face. Everything about the referee, the competition director is the one who running the league. You see it every day. The keyboard is run by the Keyboard Federation. We just play a supervisory role in the face. Other than that, every competition is run. There's the basketball component. If there were basketball this year, it will be run by the Basketball Federation, because they have the rules, they have everything, they have the personnel, they have the technical people. But the face of the country is the Ministry of Internal Affairs and the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
All right. So
but politically, I'm not sure it is a good idea for the Basketball Federation, Keyboard Federation, and the Liberia Football Federation to be involved politically in the running of the National County Sports Meet.
One or two more questions, and we'll let the minister go to continue with our panelists that are waiting in the wings. Minister, you are here. You are the Minister for Sports. Deputy Minister for Sports, meaning you're the Minister for Sports.
No. I mean, other people will misinterpret that. I want to be clear.
Okay. No, but grammatically, it is not wrong if we say you are the Minister for Sports.
Chief.
There is a minister proper for youth and sports.
Yeah, but please call me Deputy.
All right, Deputy Minister. Okay. The president recently appointed Aliyu Kebe as ambassador at large for youth and sports. Did this come to you as a surprise? Aliyu Kebe is a Senegalese. We've checked as sports journalists. We've not seen his handprint or footmark in our sporting sector in Liberia, yet the president appointed him as ambassador at large for youth and sports. Now, I know the president is your boss, and of course, he is the chief patron of sports and everything. How are you going to be working? Because I can't ask you if you will be working with him. You must work with him. But how are you going to be working with him to get, him doing things for Liberians, the youth and sports sector that he's been appointed as ambassador at large? Have you even met with him since his appointment? Has he met with you, or have you met with him?
No comment. I want to be very careful. This is an appointment from the presidency. He is the same person who appointed me. I cannot question his authority. I don't want to discuss it further.
So does that suggest that you're going to be working with him?
He was appointed by the president just like me. Why we didn't have? But no comment further.
But has he asked to meet? You are the authorities of youth and sports.
No comment.
He's supposed to be working directly in line with you people since his appointment. It is not a job that he has to go for confirmation here and all of that. He's supposed to start working right away. So has he contacted you or your minister? Have you people sat down, the ministry, and maybe held one or two meetings with you so that he can tell you his plans and whatever?
Mr. Kebe has been appointed by the president of Liberia. The Ministry of Youth and Sports will work with him, but no comment further.
Okay, so we're here for the National County Sports Meet. What else do we need to know? The games will be played on separate days. Does that mean that we're going to have maybe prizes changing because people are going to watch two matches on a single ticket, but now they'll be going to watch one match on a single ticket? So are we going to be tweaking the prices?
Well, that decision will be made by the organizing committee tomorrow. Like I said, we have a long day tomorrow with meetings. First day, we're having a meeting with the referee committee to express our dissatisfaction with the officiating this year. We'll also be meeting the 4 counties that have qualified, the 4 counties from keyboard, the 4 counties from football. And that determination will be made as to whether the prices will be reduced or they will be maintained. The organizing committee, headed by Councillor Jericho Bangalo and co-chaired by Francis Sikala Nyimale, and his co-officer on the steering committee will make that determination after our meetings.
So the public should just keep their ears out.
Yeah, hopefully before the day ends tomorrow, that information will be out through our communication director. Or the public will be made aware.
County meet needs no publicity. That's a sound I keep hearing.
But you are on the publicity committee, so once that information is out, we'll give it to you and it will go by itself.
County meet needs no publicity. So, Minister, finally, anything we didn't touch on, probably like to let the public know, our viewers know.
Firstly, we want to apologize to the public, to the people of Liberia, for the few days situation at the SKD. Poor visibility that we have to end today, poor officiating that robbed other counties. We hope and pray that the referee committee will take some drastic measures so that those culpable will pay the price. And in order to qualify for a match, you must earn it. other countries should not be robbed at the basis of helping other countries to qualify. I think it's unfair. You must qualify. You must earn your right to the semi-final and to the final and to win the cup. But to rob other countries on the basis of smaller country and bigger country, I think it's wrong. This is killing our football support program in abroad. This is killing our keeper. You hardly hear in the keeper category that they have been robbed, they have been cheated, but only in the football category. Yeah, the situation is terrible. But thank God for all this year, there have been no protests so far. Because we have established the competition matching system, we have the platform where players are registered there through the Liberia Football Association. Before a player is registered, the LFA will validate that player, enter into the system, and that system is automatic and is automated as well. So once the picture is there, whatever happens, whether in Grand Gide, in Riboji, the competition department headed by Joel Fremont, say either this player is not qualified or you are qualified. So far, since the country kicks off, there have been no protests. We are happy. But other than that, I mean, they have been mad with too much and too many controversy from officiating, which is unfair to the country, which is unfair to the fans who go there to support their countries. Coming home with tears, I think it's unfair. Referees must be responsible for those violent conduct at the stadium. I think it's unfair. The referee need to do better in the semi-final so that nobody go home crying. If you are defeated, you will know that, look, I'm defeated on the basis of my performance, not on the basis of being robbed by officiating.
Wow. Strong words there from the minister. Minister, I want to say thank you once more for coming home. This seems like your home now.
Yeah, I'm always here. So,
We
have a very good relationship with Intel Sports. I want to say our thanks and appreciation to Intel Sports as well for carrying the national country sport me free of charge as their own corporate social responsibility to the country. I want to say thank you to your CEO. Thank you to Matt Tama, who has been doing excellent work, Trojan, you, Gorogo, and the rest of the team. Swag, Jeremiah Kun. I want to say thanks to everybody who have been one way or the other carrying our games live. Intel Sports, we want to say thank you. We hope that this continues in the long run. Hopefully December is not far again. We'll sit down and have a conversation to see how the plan you brought to us can be realized. But again, like I said to you, Country Me is political. You don't want to disenfranchise other people to say we want to give exclusive right to Intersport to carry the country. People who want to carry the game must come to Intersport to buy rights. We might be sanctioned by the Senate Committee on Sports or by the House Committee on Sports. So we are very careful. Country Me is political. We want to play it that way.
All right. Thanks a lot. I wanted to ask you more on
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
we have
I will take
I
will take that question.
No, let's leave it as it is.
I will take that question.
No, Minister, it's okay. I got my panelists waiting. Minister, he said, Deputy Minister G. Andy Koimi doesn't want to be here. Maybe.
No, I'm not Minister.
Okay, Deputy Minister Andy Kwame, we shall be talking with him more as the county meet goes on. But you've heard it. The new thing you've heard is that the semi-finals will be played each match per day, or it's not going to be done on Wednesday. It's going to be on Wednesday and Thursday. And then the third place match will be on Saturday, and the grand final will be on Sunday. We're taking a short break. When we come back, of course, we'll be introducing our panelists. And of course, my man Ben will be joining me as well. So take this break and be right back. Welcome back. This is Sports Talk on Intel Sports. This program is brought to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here at about this time. Well, we're in the county meet, and of course, the county meet fever is all around us. Ben Gakba, Ben Gologo Gakba, of course, have joined us. Ben, how are you?
Obviously, I'm not too okay. I stand for fair play in sports, particularly football, that I follow so much. And so, if there is discrepancy, if there is plenty of reason why a team, a gathering of players feel robbed, feel quote cheated, and then obviously it is a concern. So I haven't sounded like this before on the show, but I must say that I'm more than disappointed. Okay, I'm laughed at sometimes. I received some cursed inboxes sometimes. When I was even on the radio, when Grand Bassa were playing Monserrado, I said some pretty ugly things about Grand Bassa. Obviously, those were the truth because they were proceeding wrongly. And then I received a call after the game and a couple of text messages inbox and said that a Gagba should not be criticizing Grand Bassa. But I responded to him by saying I've been doing this for more than 15 years of my life. And I'm not just used to being partial. Okay, and I know I'm a human being. I could make error, but when it comes to professional setting, obviously, I try to be as much as professional as I can. I was on Inter Sports yesterday, and something that my characterization of the Birmingham County player who chased the referee with several punches were wrong. And I'm still going to say this. I've listened to bigger platform, bigger media institutions. If I say the attitude of Trojan is stupidity, it's in no way an insult. I didn't insult Trojan. I didn't say Trojan is stupid. But if Trojan exhibit an attitude that is stupidity of, I would say Trojan's attitude is insanity, is stupidity, is unacceptable. And that's how I characterize the bombing player that were chasing the players that were chasing the referee off the pitch with those punches. So the decision for Josepha Tachala today is absolutely insane. I mean, it's unacceptable in our sports, and we have to condemn it in the strongest of terms. I can understand he's somebody's spouse, a boyfriend, a husband, if you like. He's a father. He's a leader. He's a responsible man. So I don't want to go too much about calling his name. But the decision to have disallowed, that goal from Grand Gita was insanity. That's what I can say for now.
Yeah, so you've heard the thoughts of Ben. He's feeling, I know him, and I can feel the chemistry is not coming up like it usually does. But what can we do? Just speak about it when they happen. Of course, so that's exactly what we're doing. We all say almost same thing. The decision for me was horrendous. Very, very horrible decision by Josephus Togula to have not allowed the goal to stand today in the match Grand Gita versus Nima County. So we're all saying it's not just Liberia. These things happen all over the world. Of course, they come out to apologize, but the damage is already done. The difference with the other people is that they're playing in a league where at least the mentality of the fans are at a level. And like I was asking the minister, also the people there have managed to put in place a system where it'll be very difficult for people to go about causing destruction, damaging things if they feel aggrieved. But for here, we are not at that level, and that's why referees should be careful with the decisions they make during a particular match. And so, a referee Togula's decision today, of course, cost the country a lot, damages of properties, of course, injuries to people, and of course, we are even hearing some of them on very critical list. We hope nobody ends up dying from this situation. All right. So we've invited a panelist from Lofa County in Emmanuel Kotu. He should be joining us. Joining us as well is the man from Grand Bassa County. His name is Philip Kanga. He should be joining us as well. We tried to get Emmanuel Titi Swain from River G to join us. We had not gotten anyone from either Nimba or Grangida because at the time we didn't know who were qualified. We were waiting until the skirmish broke out, and then everybody was in a frenzy. So up to now we don't have. But if you are, we are hearing that a Grangida sports coordinator or someone from Grangida will be joining us. We hope they can bring them on now. If any one of them is on, they can bring them on so that we can begin the discussion of how the semifinals will be like. But Ben, on a serious note, the taste, based on yesterday's decision making, coupled with today's decision making, it has sort of taken away, our zest towards what actually happens on the field, the football, to now talking about these abnormalities, if you want me to call it that, that are taking place outside of the football field.
I can so much understand Trojan if he says so. For me, I'm not giving up yet, on the counter meet. I'm not giving out on the labyrinth people. I know at times we can press the self-destruct button, but we are wonderful people. We are very peaceful people. Ranging from Bomi to Cape Mount to Lofa to Nimba to Riverside, Grand Juliet, Maryland. The Liberian people are wonderful, peaceful people. Sometimes they get sort of aggravated and they act in the way in which they act. They don't do so with the sole purpose of hurting somebody so hard. They just get obsessed because they are angry at that moment. And I think after a period of time, they are going to recollect themselves and put themselves in the order. So I'm not giving up on them. I don't think the tastes are gone. I just still believe that we need to do the right thing. And if punishment should be leveled, or levied against those who have caused this problem.
So if we're talking about punishment, obviously, let's talk about two sectors here. Mm-hmm. The referee's decision, obviously, was the referee's decision, mm-hmm. and not the entire officiating board, but it was the referee's sole decision that led to what happened. Also, the aftermath of what happened, there wasn't much security because the security that was around the perimeter of the pitch, talking about the police, were concerned about the safety of the very referee. And so they sent more men to guide the referee because whilst we were there, he was being attacked. Mm-hmm. All right. And if he was going to be left vulnerable by now, maybe we're saying different things. So the police went to protect him and to take him out of the field. In that instant, there was no police around enough to at least
to divide the two different groups
to
of
sort
people.
of deter the crowd from going onto the pitch, breaking up the dugout seats. Some of the people in the stand rooting out the how you call it, the seats.
The dugout seats, yeah.
Yeah.
And even the stands in the seats.
In the stands,
Lots of them
rooting out
got
the
damaged.
seats and all of that. So there were two things here: poor officiating, and then, I mean, the security presence was very low.
I'm one person who don't criticize referees by far too often, but if it requires for referees to be criticized, I will criticize them. I think on this occasion, the central referee was very poor. So like I said, I don't want to talk about him too much. He's somebody's spouse. He's the father of a kid or children. He's somebody's uncle and nephew, if you like. So his name should not be mentioned by far too often, in a negative situation like this. What I think I want to say is that we have to correct the event of the past. There's still more time ahead for us to do the right thing in this country. The competition, we're in the semi-final level, and we have to do the right thing. Now we have a big semi-final coming up between Nima and County. And what we can do, beginning with that, is to make sure the security inside the is so much such that they are able to propel to stop immediately any violent act that is to be perpetrated by any supporters at the venue. And then one thing I spoke about only yesterday when we were doing the commentary is the deliberate. I really wanted for you to ask the minister that question. I spoke to him early this morning. He called me around about 6 o'clock. And we talked about it. I spoke to him about it. There should be an immediate end to the playing of the Lofa County song inside the venue, whether Lofa is playing or Lofa is not playing. That gives Lofa an unfair advantage. You can criticize me all you want. If they play? Yeah, I can look in the face of somebody from Grand Bassa, based on my mother, my father, my entire generation, my name. You don't need to ask whether a Gagba is from Grand Bassa. If I can look in the face of that country that I originated from, and I can say what is right, you ready to not get time, whether you're from Lofa, you care as to whether Ben Gagba say that the Lofa song should not be played inside the venue. It shouldn't be played inside the venue because it gives unfair advantage to the Lofa team. You don't have the song of say for example, who Lofa was playing, please remember.
Bombing.
Okay, but every time the game is on, the control room, they will play that song. When the monger in the town, you have to stop that. That is provocative. So that is inciting.
So what you say,
sort of behaviors must stop. These are smaller things, that break up tension. You understand? At the venue, those sort of things have to stop. You must stop it. If you get a bombing song and you get a Bassa song and you can play them together at halftime, make sure you consider the timing. If you play the Lofa song for 1 minute, play the bombing song for 1 minute. It should be done equitably. Football or sports is fairness. It's fairness. You have to be fair. If you're not prepared to be fair, you don't need to run sports. Step aside. I don't get it when I see match announcer, stadium announcer, hold the microphone, and all you say is that when the monkey in the town, you must stop that.
It's
sorry to say, but that is insanity. That is complete insanity. That has to stop. That has to stop. And we are charged with the responsibility to raise the flag. That has to stop. If you consider the population of Lofa County to Bombing County, you can get almost 10 bombing counties coming from in Lofa County. Most often, Lofa County outnumbers their supporters in the ground. If you want to cheer Lofa County, you have your mouth, you have your hands. Carry band set, carry pat-ups, carry just anything, carry vuvuzela, blow them all over the stadium for Lofa County. We don't need a public announcement system. That is a public announcement system. The PA system is intended to make announcements for the match, not to cheer for a particular team. That has to stop. And it has to stop now, Trojan, when we go into the semi-final.
And the problem we have is, like you heard the minister say, the county meet is a political competition. So usually, aside from the fact that Lofa has a huge population, Lofa is far bigger in size and population than a county like Bomi County, for example. But of course, even just yesterday when former President George Weah was chief president of sports, Grand Crew was giving preferential
That was
treatment.
wrong.
It was wrong.
And we
So-
have to criticize it.
So
in the strongest of terms.
they-
I don't care how Joe Bwaka feels about me. To be very honest,
the
I mean, he's the
county
president
meets-
of our country. I must respect him so much. But if he has the belief that the song for Lofa must play,
So let's
then I
see-
differ with him, completely.
So
I don't
let's
care how
see,
he
but-
feels
but
about
mind
me.
you now, it is not Joe Bwaka who is telling them play Lofa song.
I agree. But sometimes our people want to satisfy the authority.
Yeah.
And that has to
They
stop.
want to be seen as loyal.
You can't do that.
No,
That
which
is unprofessional.
Which is wrong. Now, but let's see what happens on the day that will be set aside, either Wednesday or Thursday for Lofa and
Nima.
let's see if they will play Joe Bwaka's song more and Jeremiah Kuhn's song less.
We have to raise the flag right now. We have to set it up as a campaign. We're charged with the responsibility.
No,
We are the ones that are supposed to
agreeing
inform
with you.
our people over there. We must criticize this.
I'm
The
agreeing
authorities
with you.
at the Ministry of Youth and Sports in that cubicle, they have to stop now.
I'm agreeing with you, and let's just hope that we stop, favoring, promoting one team over the other. If you will play the two county songs, you must play them equally.
It must
like
be
Ben will
timed.
say, like
It
the
must be
timing.
timed.
That's what I'm saying. Like the timing. If we play it for 2 minutes, then of course you play the other side for 2 minutes. Let's see if we have any of our folks on so we can bring them live. I don't know if we have any of the panelists on now.
Emmanuel and Philip Kangad, and even this guy wanted to come on air as well.
All right. So
Abdul Kane, if you guys are there, you can just click the link, send to you, and then our guys will bring you through.
yeah, sure. So we can bring them on so that we can maybe for a couple of minutes talk to them. I'm sure Abdul Kane wants to vent out on this platform his anger, so to speak. So any of them joining us now, we will take so we can talk about Lofa and Nimba. And if you are in Nimba and you want to also come on the show, all you need to do is just send us your name and your WhatsApp number, and of course, our producer will send you the link so you can come on as well. That is, if you're from either River G, if you're from Nimba County, you can do it. Just send us your name quickly along with your WhatsApp number, and of course, we will send you the link to that WhatsApp number, and you can join the show right here. So if the guys are on, we can bring them on now. Okay, they're not on yet. So Ben, what do you make of this decision by the ministry to now, play one game, one day? It was obviously not playing that way. Throughout the period, we've been seeing semifinals matches played on the same day, finals play on the same day. But due to what happened on Saturday, that the quarterfinal match had to end today between Grand Jita and Nimba due to poor visibility. Of course, the ministry is now saying, the organizers are now saying, we will play one game Wednesday, one game Thursday. What do you make about that?
Well, it's a welcoming news. I'm so happy that it's been considered that we don't play two matches on one match day. I fully agree with that. I think it comes in the spirit of fair play. It comes in the spirit of unity and so forth. It is intended to stop some of the discrepancies that are occurring in these competitions. Okay, so it's a good idea. I don't want to talk much about it, I gave my 110% support.
All right, and then also this issue, and I too, let me just say this, I think it's a good decision I know the ministry is talking about the constraints attached because originally they planned to do everything on the same day.
Yeah.
So you will have now to plan for another date of ticketing and all of that. But then also they will have to, like I try to quiz the minister, they will also have to work on the prices.
Yeah, obviously.
They were charging 500 around the field.
Yeah.
But that 500 was going for 2 games.
Yeah, but it's going to now increase to 600 per the initial allocation of ticket prices for the semi-final. 600 around the field. Still don't win $15. And then the VIP, I think, is $30 or something.
So we're talking about this counter meat being very expensive in terms of
it's the most priced counter meat. And the most priced counter meat should come with qualities from every end of the company.
Even
quality from the referees, quality from the players. You expect the players to behave in the more ethical way. Okay, they must go with all the elements of discipline to matches. Okay, I don't expect a counter meal where, for example, I pay $5 in the final around the field, then I see the player running with punches behind the referee. That is insanity. That is barbaric. That is hooliganism. We have to condemn that in the strongest of terms. Now that guy who did that, or those players who did that, they are kids. They have dream of playing on the national team. What do you think if you represent your country, you become an ambassador? I've been fortunate to travel with our national teams outside of Liberia. I know why it is when you stand in that colors and your team or your country national anthem is being played. The sort of proud you feel. Even if you are going to lose the game, you saw Seri Dai at the World Cup, the Ivorian. He literally cried in Brazil when he listened to the Ivorian national anthem being played. That quality of a player chasing a referee, that character is unacceptable. If I were a coach, under 17, under 20, under 23, that player can never be called in my squad. Can never be called in my squad.
But do you not think the officials, I mean, not the officials, but the coaches themselves, because these players sort of relate to them.
Yeah.
They believe in them. They see them like father figure, or what have you. So even from what the coaches will do, the players will be tempted to or not to. If, for example, a coach felt cheated, and his action or his reaction, of course, the players are watching their coaches, and then if he remonstrates in a way, in a form and manner that suggests that he wants to fight, all right, then the players will do the same.
Totally.
If he shows a gesture that, okay, this thing you guys are doing, we know it's not fair, but we'll launch a complaint. Guys, all of you calm down. The players, even though they are young, they are exuberant, they want to go out there to do something, but from the action of the coaches, they might be reminded to just stay calm.
Absolutely agree with you. You are absolutely correct. Like you, myself, I'm a coach. I'm a lessons coach. I have a CAF D lesson on the African continent. Now, when I go to coaching school, my instructor would say to me, you have to be very, very careful how you become animated on the touchline, because the reactions from you on the touchline is what the players are going to demonstrate. If a referee made a poor call, yes, I'm going to be so upset. I could be very unhappy, and I can run up to the touchline and say, oh, the referee, that's not a foul. Oh, come on, man. Make good decision. And I turn my back. But if I'm there insulting the referee, why are you doing that? Why did the guy from the car official our game? Look at this. And I start using the F words, the 3-letter words. What is next going to happen? My players on the pitch are going to do same. Now, I'll tell you why. Before the players act like the way they are Trojan, they always look to the bench. Mm-hmm. The players always look to the bench to see what is the reaction of the coaches. That's what Arsene Wenger said, the former Arsenal coach. Your football in your country is as good as the intelligence of your players in your coaches. If you don't have quality coaches, the football quality will not be good. It is upon our coaches in this country to behave in the most tender way, be very ethical, and be very disciplined. Once we are not, our players will be indisciplined.
I think, Ben, one of our panelists has finally come on just when we are concluding. So let's see who that is. Then you can.
Yeah, if he's on, the guys will just connect him. He comes on directly.
I think he's gone.
You know, but on a serious note, the game I told one class the CAF B class, I was lecturing on media and media relations, okay, in Liberia. And I said, guys, this whole thing is an industry of artistry. Everybody here acting in the football game. The referee is acting, the players are acting, the coaches should be acting, even the spectators are acting. Haven't you seen a football game play at Trojan? And the spectators are in the ground, they are celebrating. In a moment of 2 minutes or so, when the score line is turned around, that person starts to cry immediately. That's a drama. Haven't you seen player in the stand or a spectator in the stand is showing to the referee the red card, gives this red card to the player? Those are the kind of pictures the cameras are looking for. Haven't you seen a baby 1 year stand and the kid is dressed in the uniform or the jersey of a team or a country, and the cameras picks that up? It's about acting. Just act better. You lost the game. There's a way you can express a disappointment.
And that's man.
Go in the press box and address the issue. Today, we are not happy. We lost the games. The game, I think my boys played so better. They gave a of themselves. They showed character. But the way in which the game was officiated, I'm not happy. Probably the referee had a better version. He can best explain to us. But we're not going to hate ourselves too much about it. This is the game. Our team going to prepare the game. What's wrong with making that interview? Coaches will say, oh, the referee cheated. Oh, you know, the penalty was happening. The referee go to that kind of thing there. That kind of referee.
Now, while Liberia football can go nowhere.
You can talk like that. You can express a disappointment, but not to choose those words. Not to choose those words. Like I listened to Mourinho one time. He said, when I was in Portugal, I know when the match ends, a player is named as a man of the match. But today's game, the referee, then he called the referee, is a man of the match. So what is wrong? I went to the press box as a coach of Grand Gide, and I say, I don't have much to say. We are disappointed. We felt that we played better, but I mean, the result didn't go our way. And I think that Joseph Tachela was a man of the match.
Yeah.
Isn't that decent?
You sent a message.
You have said that the referee cheated.
Very, very
the
strong
referee is unfit to officiate the game.
Without saying the referee cheated, you've said everything about bad officiating.
It speaks a lot about bad officiating. Must you say the man cheated? Is that good? Like will not improve? You can't say so. But just saying, oh, Trojan was a man of the mouth as a referee, it explains a lot. I told them, guys, you have to learn a clever way to attack the referee. You have to learn it because the thing is an acting industry. You guys are all acting. You acting in the movie.
But again, that's the mentality. That's our level of mentality, and of course, we act. Nobody would do what you've not learned to do. Yeah, what's not part of you.
Yeah, they say nobody can teach anything that you have not learned. Can you give instruction? You can take one.
Yeah,
I agree.
So that's how it is. And of course, we'll keep talking. We want us to change the mentality. And one cool thing about us is we follow what happened outside.
Yeah.
We follow it religiously.
But we don't replicate it.
All right. We see it day in, day out. Teams get robbed. All right. We see it. We invite Ben started. We asked the minister. All of us are saying here that the referees, of course, today was horrendous. All right.
Sure.
Very, very horrendous. We said it. So we're not backing the referee, but then our reaction to go and start, I saw the the door to the VIP.
Yeah.
The glasses there have been broken.
What did the glass do to you? This is your country.
Even that mentality, we've now grown up.
And people use it their fist.
Yeah. So we have a situation where we fought a civil war here for 14 years, and we basically destroy everything, the light poles, everything. We brought everything down. We still, trying
We still learn nothing.
And here we are. We always give this example. The people fought war in neighboring Ivory Coast, but all of their buildings were still standing.
And tight.
They were not shooting down the buildings,
No.
breaking down, burning
They didn't
down
destroy the
buildings.
dam.
No, they didn't go to their dam to destroy it, and now we're crying about no current. But
Yeah.
we did it. We've not learned a lesson from there. Something happened, we get angry, and then we start destroying the things that we spent thousands and thousands of
Millions
dollars
of
to build.
dollars.
Millions of dollars to build.
You can't
because
do
we
so.
are angry.
You can't do so, guys.
All right?
And most of that is owed to the level of understanding
Then
of our
that's
people.
the mentality.
Literacy rate of our people.
So why haven't we improved? If you check, we say we have more educated people in Liberia now than ever before. More people going to school. The way we act tells us that the same way the people were acting back in 1990, 79, it's the same old thing happening here.
And the Bible says in the book of Deuteronomy that every generation has the ability to be better than the previous generation.
But we are not
Way 1990, the team were doing,
still doing-
we're doing it in 2024.
Yeah. Today,
34 years after,
it's
we
still
are having
doing
still better. What kind of people are we? When you talk, the people say, oh, in the Afon Grand Bassa, I've done a commentary where Grand Bassa were playing and I criticized them sharply. People walk up to me and threw missiles at me at the ATS. Then I was working for Pram FM. And he said, oh, he Bassa man. Someone said, Allah, sorry for the expression. That daughter, he come from Bassa. You ready to I care? I have
All right,
no
folks.
fear, bro.
We just hope we keep talking until something can spark, and then we come to life and realize that, of course, what we're doing to ourselves, what we're doing to our country is not worthy. Of course, things will continue to happen. Good things, bad things, things we don't expect, they will all continue to happen. How we react is what makes us mature.
Sure.
Of course, maturity will only show when you can react to a situation where everybody expects you to boss up the place, but you just walk away and react in another way. Of course, they will know that this guy or this lady is mature. But folks, we're sorry our panelists could not come on tonight. I don't know for maybe what happened. They do not have the voice to come out to say anything jubilant about what happened on Wednesday. But the semifinal matches will start on Wednesday. The team is going to be here on Wednesday to tell you, talk about the results from the first match that will be played. And then on Thursday, after it, we'll also come on Friday and then climax, preparing you for the grand final on Sunday. Tonight's edition of Sports Talk has been with Ben Gologo Gakba, the guy from Grand Bassa County.
And the Jeremiah Kun of Swa.
And the Jeremiah Kun of Swa has been in the background. So the whole crew has been here. So the whole crew has been here this evening because of what happened. All of us had to come, but just two of us had to come on. We had the Minister of Sports, he said, I should say the Deputy Minister of Sports.
I mean,
who was,
I admire him so much. I admire him so much.
You talk
He's
about
a guy, I mean, he takes no nonsense. Imagine if I tell you that he is from Nima County.
Yeah.
And he can be blunt to the point. Yeah. That makes a man. That makes you a man. Not because he's from Nima County, so he sees something that I go in Nima favor, and he backs it. I respect Andy Kwame.
But even some
Nimbayans,
I'm sorry. I wanted to read a few of the messages coming. Some Nimbayans are saying they're from Nimba, but of course, they felt Grand Jida was robbed. That's some of the comments. I think some of you who are following, that's some of their comments.
That's being honest.
All right?
I look at this man sitting from Nima County, and the man is saying that, I mean, referee was pulled on the night. You imagine that? It takes a man to do so. That's what we are looking for in our country. Now because Andy Kwame from Nima County, so you can say, Nima won again and this, that. What is that?
All right, folks. Let's hold it there. And of course, that's how we like to wrap it up this evening. The team will be back on Wednesday with another stimulating edition of Sports Talk. Remember, this program comes your way every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It is aired on Satcom Channel 8, on our Facebook page, Intel Sports, and also on YouTube. My name is Trojan. Ben has been here. Of course, thanks to our production crew. Until we come your way Wednesday, remember, it is Sports Talk on Intel Sports. Good night.
The star is for Republic, the blue sea is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence heaven. 11 days stand up before we